Random battles are the most popular format on Pokemon Showdown. In fact, there are over 8 million games played per month, and that's only talking about Generation 8. It becomes even larger when you talk about random battles as a whole. The concept is simple. You get 6 random good Pokemon and you fight your opponent. The key to the random battles format though is that they balance Pokemon by levels. The legendary Pokemon are always at lower levels and the weaker Pokemon are always at higher levels. By using Smogon's tiers as a guideline, and with the help of the win rate statistics, every Pokemon is balanced. Doublade can now take on Zacian. But, as much as you try to balance it, some Pokemon are just going to be better than others. Cherim is always going to be Cherim. That's why, as a self-proclaimed random battles expert, I'm going to rank every Pokemon that you can use in Pokemon Showdown random battles based on how good they are. But first, make sure to subscribe. The goal is to hit 100k subscribers by the end of the month. It's free and doesn't cost you anything. But more importantly, I'm also joined by a special guest, the Dr. PokeMMD. The first one is Venusaur. Venusaur, it feels kind of average to me. It's good for removing toxic spikes, but it doesn't, sometimes it's good. The thing about random battles is all of the Pokemon are good some of the times. So I feel like Venusaur is maybe a B or C tier type Pokemon. I don't feel like it does anything, special. It's just kind of okay. I'm gonna put it in C tier. What would you put it in?
I kind of agree. The sub-seed set is okay, but if I want a sub-poison type, I'd rather have Salazzle, obviously. And I think that it gets straight up shut down by certain steals as well, or by a lot of steals either. Even if you can go for Leech Seed, Grass type is not the most uncommon set as well. If I have Ferrothorn, I just set up spikes in front of it. I do think the sub-seed set can be annoying. The fast sleep powder can be good too, but also relying on something with 75% accuracy leads me to believe I put C or B, and it's really hard to say which one's C or B right now just because we have a million Pokemon.
Yeah.
So I kind of like C for Venusaur too. Thank you for the gifted, by the way, guys. That's amazing of you.
Yeah, I'd put Venusaur at C too.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the way I also see it. It's not one of them Dynamax mons that's winning you a game.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
I would rather use Sub-Seed Sceptile in some situations to actually waste Dynamax.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
Charizard, on the other hand, if we're talking about good starters, I think Charizard is a really good Dynamax user, because not only does it have Max Airstream, which was one of the best things ever for Dynamax to raise its speed, has the Max Flare plus Solar Power, and sometimes you even get sets with real coverage. Sometimes you get terrible sets.
Yeah.
But between Earthquake or Focus Blast or Roost, I actually think Charizard is not bad at all. It's a cleaner.
Yeah.
And it has a good speed tier too. It's I think in Rambats it's around the 216 area.
Yeah.
So it has a pretty good speed tier for a lot of things that are that can actually check things, and it's decently bulky too.
Yeah.
I would put maybe Charizard. I put Charizard above Venusaur for sure. I put Charizard B-ish.
Yeah, for me, it's either between A minus high B, and I think being a good Dynamaxer is definitely what separates it from the C tier. So minimum B. I'm not sure it's an A tier Pokemon. When I think of A or S tier, I think of really match winning type Pokemon. Charizard's really good, but I don't look at it like a match winner every single game. So I'm gonna put it in B on my ranking.
Yeah, I still think so too. I like its speed tier. I like when it lands as well. I do think sometimes when you get Earthquake versus Focus Blast, it can be really, really bad for you too.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just one of those mons that can either it's not winning games like you said.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that hard to stop Charizard from doing its thing. It's not snowballing a Moxie Gyarados would.
Exactly.
Or things like that. I think B is a pretty fair spot for Zard.
Yeah. Next up is Blastoise. Blastoise, I think it's similar to Charizard. It's not a great Dynamaxer, but Shell Smash is threatening, and sometimes its bulky Toxic Protect can be good too. For me, it's between B or C, and the reason I'm putting it at B is because Shell Smash is just a really good move to have to clean up, and if you want a Dynamax, you can. So I'm gonna put it at B purely because of Shell Smash.
Yeah, I'd say lower B, higher C. I don't think it's the greatest Shell Smash user, but it's bulky. I think the main issue with it is that they give it Earthquake as a move.
Exactly.
Versus giving you full-on special sets to take advantage of it. Not that Shell Smash isn't bad with Earthquake, but Like certain bulky waters just can't touch it. But I do like its ability to hit like Volcanion and stuff. I go lower B. I definitely think Charizard's stronger than Blastoise personally, even with Shell Smash.
Yeah, I think I agree for sure.
Okay, man. Okay, whenever I get this Mon, terrible. Or not terrible, but terrible. Whenever I fight this Mon, I mean, it has like 97% accurate, 98% accurate sleep powders, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes 100% when they have tinted lens, right? So
Yeah.
either way, it lands a sleep powder on me. I get 3 turn sleeps. It confuses me, and it's also deceptively fast in random battles because it's high leveled.
Exactly, yeah, the high level.
I hate fighting Butterfree. I hate fighting Butterfree.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to worry too much because of tinted lens, and I think it can have either combined or tinted lens. I'm not like they might have changed it at that point, but I feel like Butterfree is so freaking annoying to fight just because it's one of those mons that sometimes doesn't miss sleep powder, and it being able to Dynamax a Hurricane is really cool.
Yeah.
I've been befuddled by Gmax,
Yeah.
and I've been put to sleep and poisoned and whatever. This mon, I'd rate it higher than Venusaur. I think it's a high C mon.
High
I don't
C,
think
yeah.
it's a B tier, and I only think it's high C because it's so devastating to fight.
Yeah.
Like heavy duty boots means it doesn't have to worry about rocks. I think I'd put it over Venusaur. When I say high C, I don't mean it's like a high C like overall, but I think it's higher than Venusaur personally, just because of Quiver Dance.
For me, I was actually thinking of putting it at low B, mainly because I feel like Quiver Dance is such a game changer. I've apparently had more positive experiences with it on my side of the field than you have. I feel like it's just a really solid B Quiver Dancer. You always know that you can use Quiver Dance to get out of a tough spot, like, potentially. So I like it as a low B type of option, so I guess we differ there.
I think it's also the fact that like it's 4 times weak to stuff, and the
Yeah.
4 times effective moves like Stone Edge have a chance to miss.
Yeah.
Versus it too.
Oh yeah, that is
And
deadly.
like it's just something that can be deadly. So I'll personally go high C, but if you think it's low B,
I think
I mean
it's
we
low
can
B.
differ on that.
Yeah, we can differ,
I think that's fine.
Yeah. Now we have Pikachu, and Pikachu... Ooh, so Pikachu is deceptive because it's really fast, it has Light Ball, it has a high level, good coverage, all things considered, like Electric and then Surf to hit ground types. For me, the problem is it's not very bulky. If it gets walled, you probably have to switch out too, because you can't really... Like, you can't trade very effectively because you're really not bulky. I think I'll put it in the C tier for now, but I could be persuaded into B. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's an interesting Pokemon for sure.
I almost feel like it's a C plus B type Pokemon. The thing about Pikachu is, like you said, it's a high level, right?
Yeah.
And it also has the Light Ball, which actually makes it super strong. And not only that, it has Volt Tackle.
Yeah.
Like, they give it Volt Tackle, they give it Surf, they give it Knockoff. So it has really, really good coverage. And I just think that, like, because it's deceptively strong, because of the Light Ball and the levels, it's actually even picking up KOs on Dynamax Mons sometimes. Like, you'll have certain Dynamax Mons that will live super effective moves through Dynamax, but Pikachu is one of those mons that can knock you out, right? If you're even slightly weak to it. So I put like high C, low B for Pikachu personally.
Yeah,
I really think it's an insanely like annoying mon to deal with in some situations, obviously, right?
Yeah.
If I'm walking up with Aerothorn and stuff like that, like it's not the greatest Dynamaxer in my opinion, because it doesn't really get that bulky anyway. So I put like high C type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I 100% agree. I've definitely underestimated Pikachu before too, but yeah, C is where I would put it.
Yeah.
High C, yeah.
And also for everybody watching, like just because Butterfree's in front of Pikachu in front of Venusaur doesn't mean I necessarily think that's the order right now. Remember, these are placeholders in a sense because, well, I might say high C. It's high C comparatively, maybe, but we're going to have 600 plus Pokemon, so it's not like, it's not there.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so Alolan Raichu is interesting because the Choice Spec set can hit really hard. It has a high speed tier. The Nasty Plot set can set up for itself with Dynamax, so it can get up its electric terrain, so it gets its Surge Surfer. And I just think its speed tier is really good and its coverage is really good too. Like Thunderbolt, Psyshock, and Fighting Move is really solid. One of the biggest downfalls of it is the fact that Max Knuckle, I'll say all out pummeling. Max Knuckle becomes weaker than Focus Blast.
Yeah.
Which can hurt in some scenarios.
Yeah.
For instance, like I would rather Focus Blast at +2 a Tyranitar than obviously Max Knuckle it because I'll do more, but I don't want to always miss. I just think it's speed tier. I think electric types are very deadly, like similar to Pikachu, right? I think electric types is a really deadly coverage. I put either high B area-ish, and I might even be persuaded to move it up to A, depending on how the tiers look after we finish everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Raichu Alola as a Dynamax Pokemon. It goes really, really hard. The only thing I don't like is the reliance on Focus Blast, and as you mentioned, if you Dynamax, it becomes a weak fighting move. But other than that, I do like Raichu as a Dynamaxer. That speed tier is really good for it. I'll keep it up in B.
Yeah, I'll go B, and I'll be persuaded to potentially A, depending on how we keep going.
Yeah. Now regular Raichu. Honestly, there's a lot of similarities between regular Raichu and Raichu Alola. High speed tier, nasty plot, can Dynamax too. I think I would just, a lot of the fundamentals are the same. No psychic typing, but it still has Grass Knot and Surf. So I think I would put it in a similar tier to Raichu Alola, like the B tier. Are there any notable differences I'm missing out on?
I think Lightning Rod is the big one.
Oh yeah, Lightning Rod, that immunity.
Bring it on a Volt Switch or Thunderbolt from Zapdos or something like that, and it actually auto has the boost. I think is a pretty big one. Also, the fact that it's not weak to Dark, so like you can't sucker punch it and get the kill with like a Veltal or Bisharp.
Yeah, that's huge too. Oh, that could mean maybe even A, low A or high B maybe? I'm not sure.
I'd still put both high B because I think that the other Raichu has a stronger time at sweeping just because it has a secondary stab that it can click.
Yeah, that's true for sure.
But both of them, I think both of the Raichus are really good. And I think, again, the main difference between the two is the other one sets up the speed for itself, so you can't revenge kill it.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
I go B with both.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little bit to put me in Amon in A.
Yeah. Like when you think of an A-rank Pokemon, you know it. Like, Moltres, Galar, Magearna, that's S-rank, but but you can feel it.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. Like,
you don't get that feeling with Raichu.
Yeah. I don't get that exactly. It's not like I see Raichu and I'm like, okay, I auto lose, like type of thing. So it's my turn, right? Alolan Sandslash is really freaking good. It's really freaking good.
Yeah.
Good resistances, sets up the hail for itself to be able to sweep. Has max steel spike, so it's harder to deal with. And again, it sets up its hail, which I think it's the big one, right? You can run Swords Dance. It has Earthquake sometimes, Knockoff sometimes, Iron Head, Icicle Crash. Like, when I think of a good Dynamaxer, I think of this Pokemon. This is the type of Pokemon that, even if you have a bulky water over there, like if it just took a little bit of chip, this thing I can set up a Swords Dance with and max Hailstorm. Obviously, its biggest thing is its 4 times weakness to the fighting and fire. And fire moves are, I think, kind of common in Rambats. Fighting is more so you don't have to worry too much because they'll miss most of the time. But I do think this is a high tier Pokemon. Yeah. Like B, high B tier.
Yeah.
Low A tier. Like, this is the type of Pokemon. I always actually get this mon when I have a Hail starter on the team, too, which is amazing.
Yeah.
As well. Like, I get this mon with Ninetales and Auroras and the Ice Cream Cone all the time. Type of thing. I think it's A. He's really good as well. Like, it can live fire moves when it Dynamaxes, which I think is big.
Yeah.
And I think what I like about AD as well is its ability to come in on things like Kyurem that have, like, Ice Beam and Draco as their moves or Freeze Dry Draco as their moves.
Yeah.
Sometimes no, like, Earth Power. So I think it's a pretty high tier.
Yeah.
It also has Scarf too, which is pretty deceptive as well, right?
Scarf is annoying.
Scarf set, and it's really, really annoying with triple axle.
Yeah.
Like it can be very, very, very frustrating.
Yeah.
I would go low A, high B personally.
Yeah, I've actually put it right at the top of B. And the main thing is the Dynamax. Dynamax is way too, like, Swords Dance into setting up your own hail is a match winner. So I'm gonna put it in high B for now.
But I'll go high B.
Thank you, Dowsy, for the time.
Big Spike Tot does not agree at all.
My chat is having mixed opinions too.
Hey man, all I know is I use this mon to get number 2 in Rambats.
Sandslash is kind of like... It can do Swords Dance Sand Rush just like Sandslash Alola. But it doesn't have that, like, same bite to it. Like, you have, like, only one stab move, Earthquake, and then you have to go knock off. It's a really good Pokemon. I feel like it's a solid B tier Pokemon, though. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd go high C personally. I like spikes plus knockoff. Like you get spikes, you can do spikes knockoff type of thing. I think it's a C though. Honestly, I don't think. How many times do you Dynamax a Sandslash in one type of thing versus how many times do you Dynamax a Alolan Sandslash in one?
That's true.
Like, I think there's a clear cut difference.
Yeah. That's actually very true.
Yeah, you can get the max Rockfall for yourself, but like, I don't think it's like the type of mon that will win. It's a very reliable spiker though, and a very reliable knockoff and rabbit spinner.
Oh,
but I don't think.
Yeah, and one thing I forgot is that your the stab move, like the Rockfall isn't stab. I forgot about that. So yeah, I definitely C move.
Yeah, I would put C tier.
Yeah, for
personally. Sure. I really like Nidoqueen. It's bulky. It gets Toxic Spike, gets Stealth Rock. Toxic Spike don't always matter because whenever you get Toxic Spike, Rambats likes to give your opponent 5 Defoggers, a Spinner, and they're all poison types, right? They like to do that.
Yeah.
But Nidoqueen is really bulky, so it can live super effective moves. Obviously, the biggest thing with Sheer Force Mons and them going for Dynamax moves is they take Life Orb damage with it, and on top of that, you have Max Hailstorm hurting yourself as well. Max Quake, you get a Spidefraise, but you're taking Life Orb. Your Sludge Bomb, though, raises your special attack, and I do think while its speed tier is... It's all right. It's like around the average, like somewhere between, I think it's like 176, 178, 180, whatever the number is, 184. It's one of those numbers. I think the bulk overall makes it it's a good reverse Dynamaxer, right? I love grounded poison types because they can not only set up Toxic Spikes, but they can absorb them. And also it's like the type of mon that like, I like it versus things like Magearna and stuff, but I think it's better for bulk in a mon, and it's not like the most crazy Dynamaxer, but it's a good like anti-Dynamaxer for some Pokemon, in my opinion.
I definitely agree. I don't have much to add on that. I think like mid B maybe, or
yeah, I can't give it A just because of its speed tier, but its bulk is so nice.
Yeah, and Nidoking kind of the same way. The one reason I don't like these Nidoqueen, Nidoking Pokemon is I feel like Indeedee is on every team. I don't know why, but I see Indeedee everywhere, so I can never put it too high. I guess Nidoking is also a mid-B Pokemon. It's more offensive. Is it better than Nidoqueen, though? That's what I'm not sure about. Which one would you want in a vacuum?
I would rather have Nidoqueen because Toxic Spike might actually help me out. Whereas Nidoking will go for Substitute and lose its HP and then Dynamax and break the sub.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I hate that they gave Nidoking sub in this. I hate that. All right? It doesn't work in a Dynamax metagame. Just give it something else.
Yeah. I'll put it after Nidoqueen.
I would literally put it after just because Toxic Spike can still help you win.
Yeah, T-Spike is great.
I love Clefable. Okay, like not only can you Thunder Wave things, but you can also Calm Mind. They give you Life Orb, so you're actually decently strong. And they give you Fire Blast and Moon Blast and Soft Boiled. So I actually think not only is it a good Calm Mind user and a very annoying Pokemon, especially when there's a bunch of dragons and fighters in this and everything. I think it's like in a pinch, Clefable can help you out. I think it's just as good as it is almost an OU in a sense.
Yeah.
When you have it, I've never had like its low speed tier has never been something that felt detrimental for a Clef. I actually posted a picture the other day of me having Clef, and I beat Crobat, Naganadel, Togedemaru. I just named 3 counters with this mon. Like, just because of the Calm Mindset, and it's fine Dynamaxing too. Just because Clef is already a Pokemon that's going to live a hit in a pinch, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's like you can even just like you said, you max your Moonblast is already a really good mon. The fact the Fire Blast can burn, obviously, the Moonblast getting the 30% special attack drop can be pretty big too. I just think I think it's good. I think it's really good. I might even put it like high B, low A.
Yeah, I'm thinking putting it in A because I love Clefable and what it can do with Calm Mind and Dynamax, and it's so tough to beat that Fairy type when you can't even Toxic it or anything.
Exactly.
I'm putting it in my first A.
Yeah, I'll go A, and I might even move up Raichu.
Yeah.
Like a Alolan Raichu, to be honest, but I'll keep that. Thank you so much, Scholar, by the way, for the membership. Much love.
Next, we have Ninetales Alola, and Aurora Veil is so broken. Like, if you have Aurora Veil paired with the right Pokemon, that's game over. And you very often you can't even stop it. So for me, I think it's definitely at least A. The only question is it the first S-rank Pokemon? That I'm not sure about. It could be up in S rank, but it's definitely A to me because of how broken Aurora Veil is. What do you think, though?
Yeah, so I actually completely agree. It's an A tier, mainly because not only does it get Aurora Veil for it and its teammates, but it also has the nasty plot, Moonblast Blizzard.
Oh
Which
yeah,
is
I forgot about that.
really
That's crazy.
strong.
Yeah, it's fast.
Yeah, like it's fast. It's good. Like it's good into mons that are scary, right? Like Dragon Dance, Kyurem, Black, and just anything like that. Like it has a really good speed tier, and
Yeah.
being able to set up that Aurora Veil in a pinch versus a super effective mon, I think is crazy. And like I said, I always get this mon. I literally always get this mon with a Slush Rush mon.
Yeah.
I get it with Sandslash. I get it with Beartic. I get it with Archazult, but they like to give me Volt Absorb when I get it with Archazult. Which pisses me off.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I do think it's an A tier mon as well. Like
Yeah.
I think it's A.
Yeah, for me, the only thing I'm thinking about is it S rank? Like, what is holding it back from being S rank? Because Veil to me is really good. I just don't know what Pokemon is an S rank Pokemon to me. I'm not sure here. That's what I'm thinking about mainly.
Like for me, I have Salazzle, I have Magearna. I think the thing that holds back Ninetales is the fact that its inability to deal with steals, but it can deal with some of them though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like it can deal with Ferrothorn, it can deal with Celesteela, it can deal with Corviknight. Like with Aurora Veil and Nashplat, it can deal with them. Even Max, and it can beat them. But like, you're not doing anything in the face of Necrozma. You're just giving it setup, right? You're not
Yeah.
doing anything in the face of Magearna. You're just giving them setup.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's the big thing
Yeah.
that keeps it definitely like A for sure.
Yeah.
Caden, thank you so much. I think you're my 100th member, so I appreciate that, man.
Ah, let's go. 100 members on YouTube. Looks like
Yeah.
the switch to
I'll put
Twitch
it-
from Twitch to YouTube is going well.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty big, man. I'm very happy, and I'm sad. I'm sorry that you have to edit this out, but
That's fine.
I'm very happy that
That's
it's
fine.
working. So thank you guys. I'll put another goal of 150, but thank you guys. Seriously, that's it's only been like 8 days of streaming, and I truly appreciate that. Is it me who's going next, by the way, on regular
Honestly, I
Ninetales?
forgot. I lost track. I don't. It's fine. I'll just do it. Ninetales. It feels like it's okay. It's fast, nasty plot, good coverage, fire and grass. I'm not sure. C tier maybe or B. I'm kind of conflicted here. It's fast, which is good, but it's weak, which is the problem. So you need that nasty plot to do damage. Like there are literally so many Pokemon where you can hit them super effectively and not even one hit KO because you need a nasty plot first. I'm gonna put it in high
Yeah.
C for now, but
Yeah, I can do. I might even say B tier just because it gets at the sun, which can help out so many
Oh,
members.
that is
you gotta
true.
remember that.
Yeah, exactly.
Not only does it help out the members, but it also makes its first max flare incredibly strong.
Exactly, I
Like
forgot
its
about
first
that.
max
Yeah.
flare is already boosted.
Yeah,
You have
1000%.
Solar Beam too. It gives you sometimes Scorching Sands. I think it gives you Will-O-Wisp sometimes too.
yeah. Okay,
Like I actually think it's a B personally.
yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I think just it's a strong Dynamax here. It's also being pure fire type. You know, it gets the freaking heavy duty boots always, so you
Yeah.
can't wear it down with hazards, which is annoying.
Yeah.
And it's the biggest thing is that it's annoyingly fast.
Yeah.
In Ranbat because it's so low level.
Yeah, exactly.
But man, I think that's I think personally it's a B.
Yeah.
Like a B tier mon. I don't think it's A. I don't think it's high B. I think it's a average B tier mon. I might even move up Pikachu to B, to be honest, and Raichu a little bit higher to A. I like a level Raichu to A. Like I'm just looking at things that'll change
Yeah.
as we go. Wigglytuff. I feel like Wigglytuff is okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
it's an okay C-mon.
Yeah.
It's an okay low tier C-mon. And the reason I think this is because the immunity to Dragon I think is pretty. Like if your opponent has Dragon Pult, they can't touch you,
Yeah.
right? You have the immunity to Dragon, immunity to Shadow Ball, which is cool. It gets up screens. It has Dazzling Gleam and Fire move, and it gets up Stealth Rock. Now this is my biggest issue with Wigglytuff. It's slow,
Yeah.
right? So you probably don't get all three of those things ever. You
Yeah.
probably don't get Light Screen, Reflect, and Stealth Rock unless your opponent just has setup in front of you and doesn't care. Like they literally don't care because that Mon is not the best at setting them up. Personally, I think it's a lower tier C Pokemon, might be a high tier D Pokemon, but I think it is a very low C Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's like it might even be D, dude.
Yeah.
It might even be D.
The reason I don't want to put it in D is because I think Light Screen and Reflect is really valuable, and it's so valuable even if you get, one of them off and it helps out another Pokemon, I think that value keeps it from being in D. Like when I see a Wigglytuff with Reflect Light Screen, I'm at least happy because, okay, maybe I can try and figure out a way to get at least one up and then go to a setup sweeper. So I definitely would never put it in D. For me, it's like a very solid C rank Pokemon to me.
This is my thought process. Look at every mon in C and think of Dynamax. Every mon in C can do something with Dynamax.
Yeah.
Look at Wigglytuff. It can't do that at all.
Yeah, it's more of a support.
And if it Dynamaxes, it can't get its screens up. Like, I would much rather have Carbink as a screens Pokemon.
Yeah, Carbink
that's a dead serious. It has Body Press, so it's actually an offensive threat. And it has Moonblast, which is good. Like, it's strong. I think Carbink is way, but I honestly think it's a D tier Pokemon. For mine, I'm gonna put it D.
Okay, I'm gonna put
I think screens can win matchup, but I think it's almost impossible to get up every screen and hazards.
I love screens too much to put it at D, so I'll keep it in C for my ranking. Next up is Vileplume. Vileplume, it doesn't do anything. It's just there. It has Strength Sap, okay. Sludge Bomb, okay. It's kind of annoying to beat. I'm putting it a C tier though. It's not great.
I think C tier is fair. I do think it's actually a little bit better than what you're saying, just because of Strength Sap and Effect Spore.
Oh, Effect Spore, yeah.
I think Effect Spore is pretty good. Sleep Powder is pretty good. I think there's some games where I wish I had both my grass coverage and my poison coverage. Sometimes they give you Sleep Powder, Leech, Strength Sap, and Sludge. Like, I would sometimes rather have Giga Drain. Like, that way I can actually beat certain mons. I think it's a C tier Pokemon though. I think it's speed tier, and the fact that, like, there's abilities to take advantage of it too. Yeah. Some people in chat think it's a better Venusaur. I don't agree. I think the fast Subseed is a little bit stronger, personally. And I also think that it's not hard to take advantage of it, because I think Psychics are extremely common. It's not a strong Dynamax user either. I'd put it C. Yeah. Personally.
I did the same thing. Dugtrio Alola. It's fast, it can be strong. It's not a bad Dynamaxer. It can get defense and special defense with ground and steel coverage. But to me, it's just another C Pokemon. It's there. Sometimes it can have good matchups, sometimes it can Dynamax well, but sometimes it doesn't do much. It is fast though, so maybe it should be in B. I'm putting it in C for now, but it might change later.
For Dougie?
Yeah, Alola.
Life Orb and Choice sets are pretty strong. The Focus Sash lead sets or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's C. I think it can actually do something as a Dynamax. What I like about it is that it completely shuts down Magearna.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, that's true.
Like, I'll put that boy C. I do think it's alright in a sense, but yeah, this is it's just one of those mons that's just like, it can do something, and versus certain matchups, like if you're not fighting like bulky waters or anything, the Earthquakes do end up hurting. This mon would be S rank if it had Arena Trap.
Yeah,
like regular Dark.
For sure.
I think normal Doug is either low A, high B type of thing, just because its ability.
Yeah,
I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't kill anything. It doesn't kill anything, right? But you can choose what you kill.
Exactly.
Like, you can choose what you kill, which is the thing, right? Your opponent has a Salazzle, or your opponent has a Magnezone and just trapped your Corviknight. Well, they're dead now, type of thing. I would go just the trapping is really cool. Forcing certain mons like Regieleki to go for Explosion is really funny.
Yeah.
As well. It's really weak though.
Yeah.
It's really weak, but Bandit EQ will kill mons that it's super effective against at least. So I put it A.
Yeah, I put it at A too. The only thing that is a little concerning to me is that you can defensive Dynamax to stop the trap if it's on a really important Pokemon. So it's not completely foolproof, but I think A is definitely valid. I'm putting it at A too.
Yep.
Persian Alola, Nasty Plot. Hypnosis is really annoying, but you have to hit the attack. So it's like really good when the opponent uses it, kind of meh when you use it. I'm gonna put it in the B tier, but I'm not sure where. High B, even, I mean, I could see it as a C tier Pokemon too. I'm gonna put it at low B for now.
I think you hit the nail on the head. Like, dude, I swear this thing has 100% accurate hypnosis versus me. When I use it though, it'd be missing. I think the big thing is that it has the fur coat, so if it actually Dynamaxes, it's a little bit annoying to beat. Like the Nasty Plot Hypnosis Thunderbolt Dark Pulse set, it is pretty reliant on what your opponent has or doesn't have for sure, but even counters can be put to sleep. I definitely feel low mid B personally, because I think it's also a decent Dynamaxer as well, because like I said, it can get wins. It can basically change the entire thing.
Yeah. Also, this list is apparently missing regular Persian. Regular Persian is kind of average. It would probably be a C tier Pokemon to me.
Not fight it, bro. Not when I fight it. It's always fast and everything. I have no normal resist. It has play rough to do 90% to my Terrakion.
The problem for me is that even when it outspeeds me, it's so weak that it doesn't do anything. Double Edge does, like, not enough in my opinion.
But Golduck!
But Golduck, oh, it doesn't do anything, does it? I mean, it's like a whatever. I mean...
You don't think that the Calm Mind sets, when they actually have coverage with like Focus Blast, Scald, Ice Beam, or Sky Shock?
They're really weak, aren't they? I've never looked at a Golduck and felt like, oh, this could win the game for me. I put it at... I mean, I'm gonna stick to my gut here. It's a C tier Pokemon to me.
It gets Swift Swim though.
Oh, that's true too. I don't... But, like, for all the Water-type Pokemon you can... I mean, Calm Mind, Substitute... Then Dynamax Water, or not Substitute, but just Calm Mind Dynamax Water. Yeah, I can see it being good. Yeah, it's actually not that bad.
It's decently strong. It can set up for itself. It basically has a fake little Shell Smash going on.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like high tier broken, but I think that it's a good Dynamaxer, and I think that it has a good speed tier too. And if it lands its attacks, it's pretty good. Like that's the big thing with anything with Focus Blast.
Yeah.
If it lands its attacks, I would go like bottom B, high C.
Yeah, I put it in high. I put it in high C. Yeah. Arcanine. Arcanine feels like a very B Pokemon. It's just really decent. It's not a great Dynamaxer, but it has Intimidate or Flash Fire. It's fast. It can Willow. Recovery is important. Having Morning Sun is good too. It doesn't Dynamax well, I think, but I think it's a very good support Pokemon.
I also agree. I think the Intimidate's really good as a support mon. It's not like anything insane in a sense. It's cool for like its ability to check fairies. I think is the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's
right.
True.
You got Weezing, you got Magirno that you ever check. I don't think it's ever bad. I don't think it's ever useless in a sense too. Like even versus Dynamax mons, I'll bring it in to get the Intimidate off. I think it's just a solid like mon overall.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's broken at all. Yeah. I don't think it's like high B at all as well, but I do think that it's never useless. I agree with you. It's never useless. How would you rank it?
I put it at mid to high B, and honestly, a lot of these ratings will change. Like by the end of it, a lot of it will change. But yeah,
I agree with you. I agree. I think so many things will change as well by the end. I can't believe that we've only done this many Pokemon.
We could probably speed through like the generic Pokemon. Like,
I mean, I don't mind either. Like, I don't care if this is like a 5-part stream series. Personally, dude, it's content.
Yeah, content. Poliwrath though, Poliwrath might be the first D rank Pokemon. I think it is because, like, it's just really weak. You Rain Dance, and then, you would have to Dynamax Fighting if you wanted more power. I'm not a Poliwrath believer. I'm putting it at D for now, but I just don't think it's a good Pokemon, like straight up.
I think bottom of C is fine, dude. I think not Water Absorb. As a Swift Swim mon, I'd rather have Seismitoad personally, or anything like that. Just because of the electric immunity, Golduck. I think bottom C is completely fine. I don't think it's D tier because it can actually still attack, which I think is pretty big as a regular mon.
It's still really slow without rain, which is why.
Yeah, but here I have Wigglytuff, and Wigglytuff is trash.
Oh no! Don't say that about Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff he saved me so many times. I can never put him in D rank. I want to put him in, because that Reflect Light Screen is way too. To me, it's been way too clutch.
I'll literally go bottom C for Poliwrath. I don't think it's like as a Swiss swimmer. I'd rather have Golduck. I'd rather have a lot of that. I'll end up changing some things though, but I don't think I can go D at all.
Poliwrath is definitely a D for me. I hate that guy. It doesn't do anything for me. It's like, it doesn't even one-hit KO anything I want to. Liquidation isn't amazingly strong. Poliwrath is a D for me.
Alakazam though, you get the Life Orb, you get the Focus Sash. Focus Sash, I like that it's like a mid-game Pokemon that you can have the... I love that it's a mid-game Pokemon that you can have a Sash on, which is pretty cool, because a lot of Sash Pokemon are typically leads, but Alakazam could be there. It has the counter, has a good speed tier. Obviously, you have to hit Focus Blast, which is the big one. I feel like
Yeah.
my opponent always gets a Belltall when I get it, but it still can set up Psychic Terrain, so it can be immune to Sucker Punch, which is pretty nice. Nasty Plot Life Orb sets are very strong with the Psychic Shadow Ball Focus Blast combo, and again, the Counter Sash can help you versus a Dynamax mon.
Yeah.
I'd go, in terms of it, I'd go A.
Yeah, A. I was debating between A and S mainly because if you get a Nasty Plot off, it can be game over because very few things can switch into an Alakazam, Life Orb, Nasty Plot, Dynamax, Psychic or Ghost or whatever. It's been a match winner way too many times for me. I'll put it at A.
Yeah, I'm going with A too.
Machamp, it's really slow. You need one turn to activate the Flame Orb. Even when you do, part of the problem is that when you close combat, you lose your defenses, so you're a liability and you're outsped by a lot of Pokemon too. Machamp is just a really C-tier Pokemon to me.
Yeah, I think you really got it right there. The fact that it needs a turn to activate is big, so it's always going to take at least half first before it gets anything. Granted, if you're fighting a really slow team, it can pummel through, but as a fighter, I'd rather have Surfetched. I'd rather have Beware for immediate power. No, not that Machamp isn't even weak. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Machamp isn't even weak, but it's just hard to get that activated Guts, and you don't always get priority on it, and Conkeldurr has Mach Punch type of thing. I think it's a mon that can potentially get one kill. I don't think it's a mon that gets multiple.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just think it's worse than Conk in a sense. I'd go C, B, low B, C.
Yeah, I'm putting it in C for me.
It doesn't always get Bullet Punch Spike.
Yeah.
From what I remember. Or I know I've gotten it and I haven't gotten Bullet Punch before. Yeah, I'll put a C as well.
Tentacruel is really good. I mean, not really good, but T-Spikes, having it, then the immunity, Scald is good, it's fast, it can knock off, it can have Haze too. The main problem is that for a defensive Pokemon, it doesn't have reliable recovery. So I think it's just maybe a low B, mid B type of Pokemon to me.
I thought we're on the same page with Tentacruel. I love Tentacruel. I freaking love getting it. It's not only that, but it can raise its special attack with max. You can Rapid Spin to raise your speed, and then you can Sludge Bomb, max Poison move to raise your special attack, and you can sweep with Scald plus that. Plus the fact that it can take hits after. I actually had a game yesterday. I was playing a Naganadel. I Rapid Spin on it at Dynamax, raised my special attack, ate their Dracos like nothing. I think it's a B. Yeah. Honestly, I like Tentacruel a lot, and it's always at least going to provide Toxic Spike absorbing, Rapid Spin, Haze, like you mentioned, Scald can burn, Sludge Bomb can poison. I think Haze is also extremely underrated just because this mon is so fast.
Exactly, the speed is underrated.
Yeah, I like B.
Yeah. Rapidash Galar, Swords Dance can be, if you don't get high horsepower, you get walled by every steel type ever, which is a big limitation, but it can be annoying with that speed and Swords Dance. I'm gonna put it in the B tier.
Yeah, I think B is fine. Swords Dance, the Swords Dance Morning Sun high horsepower play rough set is really freaking good. Yeah. I hate when I get Swords Dance, Zen Headbutt, Play Rough, Morning Sun. Yeah. Just give me the damn coverage. Yeah. Give me the actual coverage to be able to do anything. I'd also, just because of speed tier and the fact that it has potential to sweep, I'd either put high C or low B type of thing around the Golduck.
Yeah, I think I agree
with that. The fact that it doesn't have SD is whack.
Yeah. Regular Rapidash, I think it's really good. Swords Dance, Heavy Duty Boots, you can get that Dynamax Fire, which is good. Dynamax, does it get Wild Charge or High Horsepower, one of them. But to me, Rapidash is high B, maybe even A, because I do love its Swords Dance Morning Sun, very difficult to beat because it's so fast. I would put it at high B for now.
I go B. I go B as well. I think it's a good Dynamaxer. I think it has a good speed tier as well. They actually give it good sets as well, which is big. Yeah. Electric plus Fire is good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good and it's good neutral too. I think it always does something. I would also put it on the B area. Again, guys, remember this order doesn't necessarily mean I think one is better than the other. I'm just putting them there. Now, Galarian Slowbro. You got the Trick Room set, which can set up for itself and its teammate. You got the Spec set, which can not only be really tough to switch into and get the 30% poison, but can also cripple things too. I really like Galarian Slowbro. A lot. Yeah. I wish they gave me special attacking, fully quick draw, quick claw
quick draw, too. Quick claw, yeah.
But I think this mon is an A. Like, I think
A.
it always does something. A or super high B. But I think it literally always does something. No matter the set. Because it gets good coverage. It gets Psychic, Poison, and Fire. Like, it's solid. That's all it needs.
Yeah.
And it gets regenerated, which is the big thing, too.
Oh, yeah, that's huge. Yeah. And it can defensive Dynamax, too, basically versus any type of, really scary Pokemon. The reason I'm going to put it in B for me is that when it gets Trick Room, it's good, but when it gets Choice Specs, I'm not as happy with it. I think it's still a good Pokemon fundamentally, but it's not match winning with Choice Specs. You can pivot around it kind of easy. That's why, to me, it's really good, but it's still a B tier Pokemon for me.
It's fair. I'll go A just because I've had so much good experience with it.
Yeah. Personally.
But at least in Rambats, like, it's always been good for me. I also think it's because the fact that Rambats will give you mons that are so crazy, right? You'll get something that's super fast, then you get Stack Attack on your team. So
yeah.
The fact that it sets up for its other mons, I think, is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's for sure. Regular Slowbro, it's alright. I mean, it's like, you would think it's so good in OU, it must be good here, but here, it's good, so it's a B tier Pokemon, but I don't think it goes higher into A. It does what it walls Pokemon, it can Thunder Wave, Toxic, Teleport, even Slack Off. That's a B tier, like Arcanine type of Pokemon to me.
Yeah, I'd even go lower than Arcanine. Guys, remember, this is random battles. This is not OU, it's not S rank at all. This mod is not S rank either. It dies to most hits that it wouldn't normally. The fact that you could Dynamax to beat this Pokemon as well is pretty big.
Yeah, that's
like, huge. I wish they gave you Calm Mind sets more so than like Scald, Ice Beam, Thunder Wave, some stuff. Yeah. Like, for instance, like if my opponent has a +1 Salamence and I go Slowbro to Ice Beam it, if they Dynamax, like if I took a little bit of damage, I don't even take it, type of thing. So I think it's B, C, personally. I just think the Regenerator switching around can be cool. Like, obviously, if your opponent has like Necrozma, Dustman, things like that, yeah, I can Thunder Wave, I can Scald spam. But I think it's C.
Yeah.
I think Arcanine always gets something out of it just because of Intimidate, whereas this one, I don't know. It's also like, yeah, Teleport's cool. But I just don't think... I'd rather have, like, Slowking, just because the extra special defense means I can take on Indeedee.
Oh, yeah, that's really true, yeah. The special defense is more valuable in random battles.
Exactly. Now, the next Pokemon, is that our first S? Do we got 2 S's in a row? I don't know, Frieza. This is at least A. Farfetch'd is freaking incredible, okay? Let's talk about all the pluses of Farfetch'd. Leak. So it crits 50% of its attacks. All right, and any attack that has a chance to crit gets a guaranteed, right? Farfetch'd is a high tier. It gets the max airstream. Damn, you guys. Some people saying it's F. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all wild. It gets max airstream for the speed boost. It has max knuckle and close combat. It can get Leaf Storm as well, which is pig. And the big thing is you can't intimidate. Stop it, because it's Defiant. So, like, if I Dynamax my Farfetch'd and max Airstream in front of you and you just went for max Darkness and lower my stats, I'll get an attack raise, too. I think it's good, because it's deceptively bulky in this, personally. Yeah. Shoot, I'll put them on A.
Yeah. I think Leak being able to crit, like, I believe 50% of the time it's huge, because you can't even switch into it, and if you try to outspeed it, it can Dynamax flying. Farfetch'd is one of the better Pokemon, for sure.
It's also level 90.
Yeah, like, it's huge level. Yeah.
Levels high.
Yeah. Huge level.
I'll put A. I think it's freaking A.
Yeah, I put it at A too. Cloyster, another definite A. That's Shell Smash, incredible. It gets Hydro Pump to hit Steel types too. Like, you can think you're winning a game, and then they reveal last Pokemon Cloyster, and you can't do anything about it. It's a A tier Pokemon for me.
Yeah, I put Cloyster on A too, as well. I think the big thing is that, like, they don't always give you the best sets on it. Like, I had a Cloyster, my opponent had a Cloyster that was walled by Shedinja. Because
no rock.
They had Ice Shard, they had the Icicle Spear, they had Liquidation, they had, like, I think, Ice Shard. I don't think it's S, because it's not going to be the focus dash most of the time. I think it's really high A. I might move it on to S eventually, but I haven't been swept a lot by this Pokemon personally, and I haven't swept a lot with this Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's opened up games for me, but I think it's A.
Yeah.
Like, A. The only time it ever swept me is when I hit myself with Confusion as an Umbreon, going for Toxic on the switch, and then again going for Foul Play.
You have to get really unlucky.
Yeah. I think it's a type of mon that has to Dynamax to live hits from you, but it also does less damage when it Dynamaxes overall.
Yeah. That's actually one of the rare cases where if you Dynamax, you become weaker because Skill Link is so strong. Next is Gengar. Gengar is kind of like, it's good. Nasty plot, high speed. Sometimes it gets choice specs. I think it's like a really B tier Pokemon. I don't think I'd put it in A though. What do you think?
Whenever I get Gengar, my opponent gets Persian. Both of them. Like, they always get something faster in it. I think that my main issue with Gengar is, like, while Spectre and Calyrex Shadow Rider are, like, level 69, 72, or whatever, respectively, they at least boost themselves by getting kills.
Yeah.
Whereas Gengar, not only, like, the thing we mentioned about the fighting move, it has to weaken its own Focus Blast. The Gmax, it's not an instant win. I gotta know where you guys are on the ladder. I gotta know you're thinking that. But the Gmax Ghost move is pretty cool. I just think that it's pretty slow for a Pokemon that's 350 speed.
Yeah, because of the
yeah, exactly. Which really sucks, man, because the Gengar gets to spend the things and that. And I also think there's like an abundance of normal types in. Literally, there's an abundance of normal types in Rambats, right? You got Indeedee, Braviary, Beware, just name a few. And so not being able to use your strongest Ghost move versus that, you have to use not only a weaker Focus Blast, but a weaker Sludge Bomb as well. Or like not a weaker Sludge Bomb, but like it's not a strong move. I think it just sucks.
Yeah.
That. So I'd put B, high B.
Yeah, same here.
It's not weaker, I know. It's not strong. Like, whereas there's like moves that become way stronger, 120. Like around there. I just don't think I think Gengar's B. I think it's a good B Pokemon. I don't think it's an A tier Pokemon. It's not fast as Alakazam. Doesn't have can't get up Psychic Terrain for itself to boost it. I personally have not been impressed with Gengar whenever I played. Yeah, Thomas. But either way, it's like I said, it's not strong, is what I'm saying. When it Dynamaxes, it doesn't become stronger. Max Ooze, Max Knuckle, they stayed the 90 to 95, whatever.
Kingler?
I think. Oh yeah, my bad. I think you're next. Yeah.
Well, if you were talking to your chat, that's fine.
Okay, I'm good. You can go, bro.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Kingler, I feel like it's a C tier Pokemon. If it can Swords Dance and Agility at the same time, it would be great. But more often than not, you have to pick one or the other. And then because you have low special defense, something will outspeed and knock you out. So to me, Kingler is just a really good C tier Pokemon. Sometimes it can be, it's definitely really strong, but it's not going to be winning a lot, I think.
Yeah, Liquidation's good. Decent speed tier. The Rock Slide's pretty good too. I think its speed tier is the thing that makes it decent. What is it, like 170, 174? Around that on Rambat?
Yeah, around that.
It's like around that, which is pretty decent for what it is. The Liquidation just hits hard as hell, but I agree. Like, if I could use Swords Dance plus Agility, that'd be crazy. But you can have Agility plus Superpower, so you can Max Knuckle.
Yo, that's true. That's true.
To boost your attack stats. I think I would put it B more than C. Maybe high C, really low B. I don't think it's like A. I don't think it's high B either. Like, it's not like Crawdon's damage is stronger overall and can Dragon Dance. Even that mon has its own problems. I agree, though. It's like one of those mons that, on the Phys Def side, if you're Dynamaxing versus a physical attacker, it's always going to take it.
Yeah.
It's always going to take it. But versus like a special attacker,
yeah,
I go low B type of thing with this mon. Maybe C.
Yeah, I think I'll keep it in C for me. Exeggutor Alola, that's tough.
There's Trick Room and Specs, right?
Yeah, Trick Room and Specs. So, I'm not sure actually. I'm actually not entirely sure. I feel like it's really matchup dependent, but no, it's kind of good. Like, having a Specs Leaf Storm versus all these bulky water Pokemon, it can be damaging. I don't know, where would you put it? I'm not sure where I'd put it actually.
One of those mons that will take one hit. Like one Specs hit, one Bandit hit, and then do some damage back. I think you can always get one kill with it. Yeah. But we also have mons like Machamp that can also get one kill with it. Yeah. Everything. I go C.
Yeah, I'm going.
I don't think it's bad. I'd actually rather have Trick Room 3 attacks because it's easier to actually set up for yourself.
Yeah.
Right, you can get the max overgrowth for you, but I go C.
Yeah.
I freaking love this Eggy, bro. This Eggy is so fire. Now, I know we have Venusaur and Vileplume, but the one that makes this Eggy different is that it's slow subseed with the Harvest.
Yeah, Harvest
and
is
the
crazy.
Protect, dude. It's not, what is it? Leech Seed, Sub, you sometimes get Gauge Drain or Psychic. Is it Protect? Maybe I'm thinking about the OU set.
Sleep Powder, I think.
Yeah, Sleep Powder, exactly. I feel like you get Harvest forever. It just doesn't die.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an insane, like, high B tier type of thing. I'd put it high C, low. Yeah. I think based on what we have in C tier, I have to put it high C, and I can't put it B.
I think I agree.
But
yeah, you're right.
Dude, it's so freaking cool. When the Harvest activates every second, it's like
Yeah.
chef.
Yeah.
Every single time, so you always survive. Like, I'll live like a Spec Shadow Ball, go for Sleep Powder, find my Harvest. You know, it's strawberry picking season.
Yeah.
Pick up a little strawberry on the ground, eat it, and then get back my thing. It's like reverse Dedane.
Yeah.
And really, really annoying.
Yeah, it's really annoying to fight. Yeah, the main reason I wouldn't put it in B is that annoying is the best word for it. Like, to be in B, like, good has to be your best word. It's just annoying. It can win a game every once in a while, get a KO, but it's not like an amazing Pokemon overall.
Yeah. It's freaking fun though.
Yeah. Marowak Alola, this is another one. If you can get a Flame Charge up, you can really be in good position. And it's decently bulky too to take one hit and then throw off a Flare Blitz or Poltergeist if you want. Maybe low B, I'm thinking? I'm not sure here.
So, I mean, Marowak has the same thing going on in standard tiers where it's always going to live one hit no matter what, just randomly.
Yeah.
Right? You hit it with an Earthquake, you'll do 99%. It'll live once and then it'll knock you back out. I think B is fine. Flame Charge can be really good. It's okay at Dynamaxing. Obviously, if your opponent has any Pokemon over, 180 something.
180, yeah, 180.
Yeah, it's like you're still slower than them after a Flame Charge. Lightning Rod is pretty cool when you get it because you can beat like Tapu Koko and stuff. And then obviously Rockhead is amazing for the Flare Blitz sets too. But I don't know. It's interesting because like if you fight a Beware that has Close Combat, Double Edge, Ice Punch, No Darkest Lair, like that's free setup type of thing. I just think the speech is a big thing. So I could put it on B.
Yeah.
I go B.
Marowak Regular is kind of like Marowak Alola, but worse off. It does have the ground typing. I think it's a very C-type Pokemon to me.
Yeah, I go C as well. It's like one of those mons that is just it'll live a hit. Has the bone, has the Earthquake, has the Stone Edge, has a Double Edge, has a knockoff. It's annoying to switch into. And again, like if I have a sweeper, like a Terrakion, I always got to remember, you got to just chip this Marowak a little bit to do something. But it's a C-tier Pokemon. It's solid.
Yeah, for sure. Hitmonlee.
Hey, thank you, fam. Appreciate the sub. Sorry, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Hitmonlee with Unburden is really... is it good? It's really scary late game if you happen to not have anything for it. I mean, based on what we've ranked so far, it's situational, so B or C to me. I can't decide, though. I feel like a lot of Pokemon are like that.
Yeah, it has to curse to do anything, and then like the choice sets are not
amazing,
threatening.
Yeah,
I would for sure put it above Machamp and stuff as a fighter.
Yeah,
like low B, super high C type of thing.
Yeah,
it's like I think the definition of mid, but can be really, really, really strong.
Yeah, for sure.
I put it B. I could go low B.
Yeah.
I think Unburden is just pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Just like most things, right? Like when your fighting move gets weaker when you Dynamax, it's kind of whack. Like I don't like that at all. And it's pretty frail, at least on the FizzDef side. And it has low HP. So
really 1000%. Yeah, low HP is a big deal.
Yeah, so really low B, high C, I would do certain things.
Yeah. Hitmonchan? Do you think it belongs in D? It feels like a C tier Pokemon to me. Rapid Spin is good sometimes. Bulk Up is good sometimes. I'm not sure. I think I put it in C tier, maybe D.
I don't think I put it in D because it really depends on the set. Like
Yeah.
the bulk up with Throat Chop, Drain Punch, Mach Punch can be really good. Sometimes you get Ice Punch, sometimes you get Rapid Spin for it. I think it really just depends on the set. Like it's
Yeah.
not a Pokemon that's going to be incredible, but it's really fast. It's 184.
Yeah, 184 is decent.
I think low C is fine. I think low C is actually really fine for Hitmonchan, excuse me, on this. Like it's like being able to spin and consistently getting your spin as well. Like you're faster than Lunala, which is cool. You threaten it with Throat Chop, and yeah, this is. I think it's all right spinner. Like overall, it's strong. It's
Yeah,
strong
for sure.
I'll put it low. I haven't seen anything that's super D for me that stood out. Weezing. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah, Weezing Galar. Its neutralizing gas can be really good. Levitate can be good with that typing. T-Spikes is good. I think it's a very B tier support Pokemon. It's not gonna match win, but it's just really good support Pokemon. Maybe low. I think low B is probably where I would put it.
Yeah, honestly, I put both of the Weezings there. To be honest, T-Spike,
both Weezings
Absorber.
there. Yeah.
I think they're very, very similar in terms of that. I think we could just, like I said, we put both of them.
Yeah.
Because they're good support mons. They're really good support mons. You can get Toxic Spike. You can get Fire Blast as well. Pain Split can be there too. I think it's just, I like it. And the Galarian gets Defog, which is pretty cool too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Thank you, by the way, guys, for 1,000 viewers. We have 400 likes on my video. If I can get 600 more of that, that'd be great. Thank you, guys.
Domain XD, thank you for the tier 1.
Bro, Rhydon is
Rhydon?
good.
Yeah, straight
It's
up.
good. It's good. It's strong.
Yeah.
It's really defensive because of a Violite. They give it really strong attacks. They give it Mega Horn, Stone Edge, Earthquake. It's a decent Dynamaxer. I think it's a B Pokemon.
Yeah, for sure. The only problem is that it's slow and weak to like water, which is kind of like a big deal. So it's B tier for me.
Yeah, it's not like something that's gonna beat a lot of things, but like there's a lot of fire types, there's a lot of flying types, right? You got like Galarian Moltres is an S tier mon for me personally, right? Well, when we get to that, I'm gonna say it's an S tier mon.
Yeah, exactly.
Magearna is like an S tier mon, and Rhydon's one of the mons that can beat both.
Exactly. That's valuable.
I think it's a B.
Yeah.
At best.
Chansey, very situational. Sometimes it can wall the entire team. Sometimes it'll do nothing versus an entire team. So I guess like it's really matchup dependent, but being able to blanket wall half of a tier puts it in B rank to me. I'm not sure.
Dude, I put it in C just because everything is knockoff.
Oh yeah, knockoff.
But,
yeah, Blissey would be in B. Chansey would be in C. Yeah, I think so.
That's what I think as well. That's what I think as well. I go C Chansey, B Blissey, just because like this knockoff is freaking everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think Chansey's very strong at all. Like I don't think it's good. It's like around like they'll wall what they have to, but I would rather have Bliss on my team for the most part.
Yeah.
Than Chance. My Farfetch'd in B, I got Farfetch'd in A. That one's a killer. Kanga, low C.
Yeah, I think so.
I think low C, which is pretty good. Like I think that like the Assault Vest set is pretty deceptively bulky, fast. The fact that you get Scrappy, you can't be intimidated. Double Edge is pretty good. I go like really low C.
Yeah. Its main flaw is that it doesn't do a lot of damage and it's still kind of weak to physical attack. So you can like temporarily wall a special attacker, but then after that you throw off a weak attack. It's not high value. It's situationally not bad, but that's like a C tier description to me.
Yeah, literally. Is Seaking D?
It might be. Swords Dance Swift Swim, if you get it, has potential, but other than that, it's pretty meh.
They give you choice band sets sometimes.
Yeah,
like
that's not good.
Who puts a choice band on Seaking?
Exactly.
I think it's D.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in D. I think I have a big hate. I really hate Poliwrath, so I'm gonna put Seaking ahead of Poliwrath, but it's in D for me.
I'll put it D as well. I don't think like having and then sometimes you don't have Lightning Rod, right? So it's like
you can't do anything. Starmie, it's good. Starmie is really dependent on the moveset you get. You can have Rapid Spin or Recover, I believe, and then the coverage moves you get. Sometimes you can dominate with your coverage, sometimes you can't. The speed is good too. I'm not sure where I'd put it though. Like I feel like everything is between either B or C right now, and Starmie is like no exception. It's just gonna be either B or C.
Yeah, I go B. Like
Yeah.
I think honestly B is fine. It can potentially be good. Has a lot of potential. It's fast, and those Hydro Pumps with Analytic are really strong.
Yeah.
So that's why I like B.
Yeah, for sure.
This is one of my favorite Pokemon, and I
Yeah.
think it's A tier.
For sure.
This is one of my A tier Pokemon for this, and that's Mr. Mime Galar.
Yeah.
Fast, right? Eviolite for the bulk. It's really fast. It's like 221 speed.
Yeah.
Has Nasty Plot. If you get the Nasty Plot, Psychic Freeze Dry Focus Blast set, this mon is top tier. Now, if you get the Rapid Spin 3 attack set, whatever. But if you get this thing is easily A tier. It's fast and everything. It's very bulky. It's very strong. And it has 2 good Dynamax moves, right? Its Freeze Dry becomes strong. And not only that, but it's an Ice type that is super effective against Water types. The Max Psychic can set up the Psychic Terrain for you. This is like an incredibly good one. And it's just like, obviously Focus Blast gets weaker, but you get that bulk. And this is a mon that actually like can be weak to Steel and easily live. This mon, I think, in my opinion, is an easy A.
Yeah, for sure.
I might even put it on S, depending later. But
Yeah. I don't like, to me it's amazing, but if comparing it to the other potential S rank Pokemon like Magearna, it's not on the same wavelength, which is why I'm gonna keep it in A.
that's fair. That's fair.
Mr. Mime, Nasty Plot is okay. C tier maybe? Or that speed stat is good, but I feel like it's a C tier Pokemon.
I'd even go as far as B. I just think the fact that you have to go Life Orb on it really sucks.
Yeah.
Because it hurts itself. Like, I'd rather get a Gengar than a Mime. I'd go B. I don't think it's like A. I think it's like mid B type of thing just because it's speed tier. The Dragon Immunity I think is pretty cool too. But again, it's not as bulky as that. I don't know. I think it's low B, mid B.
I'm keeping it at high C. I just think it's just not fast enough. It has Nasty Plot, and Filter can help it out, but it feels like a Hitmonlee type of situationally good. Pikachu, Hitmonlee, Mr. Mime. That's what I'm feeling.
I get that. I mean, like, for me, Mr. Mime Galar is always good. This one is sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Scyther is alright. Maybe either C or B. It's good. But you don't, feel excited when you get one. It's just kind of there.
Yeah, it can be really hit or miss. Like, it can be either a fantastic A rank Pokemon versus your opponent, or it can just be whatever. It also depends on your moveset, right? Because you'll get Dual Wing Beat, Swords Dance, Knockoff, and then what's it called? Sometimes you get Brick Break. Sometimes you get U-Turn as well. Sometimes you get Roost. I do think it's like a B rank personally.
Yeah, the
like
reason.
average.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it in B because of Swords Dance Airstream being really good. That's gonna keep it away from the C rank. But yeah, I think
Fast as hell too. Yeah.
Scyther will keep it in B.
Almost done with Gen 1, by the way, guys.
Oh, actually, we probably might just for a YouTube video to split it into generations, like Gen 1 Pokemon, Gen 2. That might be better than. Like, this is already 1 hour for...
Yeah, we can end on... For some reason, Mewtwo isn't here. But we can end on Mew.
Mewtwo isn't here. Oh, this list might be...
Faulty.
Yeah, they missed Persian, they missed Mewtwo. That's fine, though. Okay.
It's fine. We can end on Mew if you want to do it like that way. That way we can do it in just parts. That way it's not...
We can keep it like a
50
recurring
million
thing.
hours. Yeah.
Like, are you thinking, like, weekly, like, once a week, or, like, even more often than that? Like, how's your schedule looking?
Once a week, or... Well, you gotta remember, some generations don't have that much. So we can actually do twice for some generations.
Yeah, like, Gen 2 doesn't have a lot, I think?
Gen 6, I think, has like 80 Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, Gen 6 we can get through quick, yeah. Yeah, we can do it like a Thursday series type of thing. I don't know. But then it'll take 8 weeks to finish.
Yeah.
That might be...
Well, I mean, okay, so we could see if we can do it twice a week, type of thing.
Yeah, we could try twice. Yeah, for sure, twice a week.
You can take Jynx, by the way. I'll take Pinsir.
Yeah, Jynx. Lovely Kiss, if it can hit, is really good. You can Lovely Kiss, then you can Nasty Plot. It's a good sweeper. I'm gonna put it in B.
Yeah, I think it's B. I don't think it's potentially A because depending on it, Lovely Kiss is great. It always depends on hitting it as well. The I honestly can't think anything to make it go A or higher. It's a B. Like also always depending on the fact that it can come in all water types is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I think Pinsir is C.
Yeah, honestly.
I do think that Pinsir has potential to Moxie Snowball.
Yeah.
I think it has potential to Moxie Snowball, but I think it's situation. I think it's the definition of a C tier Pokemon.
Yeah.
You can either get Stop Rock and Nothing, or you can get Scarf with the close combo with the Max Knuckle with the Mold Breaker, and then besides that, I don't think it's like anything crazy.
Yeah, like literally,
well.
it doesn't even get Mega Horn. Like that, it's bugged. Its stab moves are bad, which makes everything about it bad. No U-turn, no Mega Horn. It's really tough to be a Pinsir.
Yeah. I have one because of it though, because of Moxie.
Yeah, Moxie is only one thing, which it's not a D rank. It's Stealth Rock too. So yeah, C rank.
I've also beaten Fairy types because of Stone Edge, like Max Rockfall.
Oh
so
yeah.
Like as you boost yourself, then you get the Moxie boost, you get the Max Rockfall. So it has potential, and it's pretty decently fast, like what 196 area ish around there.
Around that. Yeah, C tier is accurate.
Yeah, I think C is cool.
Tauros, high B, maybe even A. It's just really fast and strong. You don't even need to Dynamax for it to do a lot of work. All that coverage is good too. I'm putting it at high B.
I could probably afford low. I think really high A, really high B, or like bottom
of A. Yeah.
A as well. I do like the immediate power though that it has, like over basically everything on this list that I have so far on B.
Yeah.
I like that it basically always tell me.
Yeah, immediate.
Nah, man, Farfetch'd is incredible as a Dynamaxer. That mon's staying up there in A tier. That's my goat. The next Pokemon,
Gyarados.
I feel like it's always scary, dude, when I fight it, but when I use it, I don't get the sweeps with it, man.
Yeah.
I don't. What do you think?
I think it's A. I think it's solidly A, that Dynamax with Moxie, and then you can do flying for, Dynamax flying, Dynamax water to improve your water type attacks. It's a very good Dynamax Pokemon. Even Earthquake to get special defense. Moxie Dynamax is way too good. I'm putting it at A, mid A.
My issue is they always give me freaking Choice Band.
Oh yeah. If you get Choice Band, it is not good. Yeah, I'll put it at low A.
It's like a B if you get Choice Band.
Yeah.
Like that's my issue with it. I would put it even higher than A if I could always get Dragon Dance and the right moves.
Yeah.
But Choice Band set isn't good. It's not good because you can go for max air scream outside and go for your bounce, but then after that you're locked into whatever. Like I fought Gyarados the other day, I think on stream, and I wasted its Dynamax turns and then brought out a Pokemon that would force it to bounce. So they went for bounces. I switched out into a Mon that eats it and knocked it out. Like it didn't get one kill.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
You can play around Choice Band.
Yeah. I like Lapras.
Yeah, I love it.
Lapras is a solid high C, low B for me personally. It's bulky. It can set up Aurora Veil potentially for you guys. The fact that it has Freeze Dry, Thunderbolt, and Toxic with Toxic Protect sets as well. I think it's a solid like low tier B.
Yeah, for sure. The reason I will never put it below B is because that Dynamax Aurora Veil is really good to have as an option if you need it.
Yeah, I think it's just super strong. You can G-Max Lapras. Yeah, you can get G-Max Lapras and you can get regular Lapras as well. You can even get the Boots ones as well. I think it's a good Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think it's good. What do you think about Ditto, bro?
Ditto is interesting because I think Ditto needs a lot of skill because you need to be able to save it to the very end and then, reverse sweep somebody. But if you have to reveal it early or if you're not fighting a sweeper, then it doesn't really do much. Like, if you save it till the end and your opponent doesn't have a sweeper anyway, it's not doing anything. I don't know.
Yeah, it's as good as basically what you're fighting, right?
Exactly.
I think that warrants a high B type of thing. I don't think it's A because it's not always amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that's just it. I can go random Pokemon. I'm going to put Gen 1 in my title just because regular random Pokemon Gen 1.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. But yeah, I think it's B. I don't think it's A because it's not always A. It's literally not always A.
Yeah.
That's it. Dude, Vaporeon is garbage, okay?
Yeah.
I be getting sets that don't have Wish Protect.
Yeah.
It has I'll be getting sets with Protect, Ice Beam, Scald, Heal Bell.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Yeah, the biggest flaw is that there's no guarantee you get Wish and Protect. You can get one or the other, and if that happens, it's not amazing. Would you dare put it in D, though?
No.
B or C,
I
right?
think it's C. I think if it always got Wish Protect, I'd put it B.
Yeah.
I think it's C.
I agree with that. Jolteon is like a worse Regieleki almost. It's fast, but not fast enough. I mean, compared to Regieleki, it's still really fast. And even if you predict and Shadow Ball or Hyper Voice, it's still like a weak Pokemon overall. So I can't put Jolteon too high. For me, the question is C or D. That's literally my question.
Wow, you actually put a C or D? I thought its speed tier is pretty good. Like, to warrant a B. Because it's always choice specs. It's always Hyper Voice, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt Volt Switch with Volt Absorb. I think its speed tier is really good. Like, I think it's like low B.
Oh, for me, it's always that when you fight a ground type, you basically have to double switch if you're making that predict. Like other Pokemon, you can Grass Knot or Surf, like as an electric type. But Jolteon, you have to make that double switch if you're going to make a predict. And I think it's too prediction reliant.
Yeah. When I send out Jolteon, I always click Shadow Ball. The first time I send it out, I'll click Shadow Ball.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
I think Jolteon. I think Jolteon's a B tier Pokemon just because of its speed tier, personally.
Yeah. I'm keeping it at C because I don't think the coverage is enough to make up. I mean, the speed tier is enough to make up for the coverage. Is why I'm a little reluctant on that. But yeah,
it's fair. I like Flareon. I think Flareon is decently bulky here. The Flame Charge set, it's actually decently fast too, and Facade is pretty cool. I think it's like a C, a high C type of thing.
I think so too.
I think it's just strong.
Yeah, it's strong. Like a classic C tier Pokemon. Sometimes it can be good, sometimes not so much, but yeah.
Speaking of Pokemon that can sometimes be good or not, now, obviously, when your opponent gets it, Shell Smash, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Earth Power. When I get it, Stealth Rock with Life Orb, Ice Beam, Spikes. Like, this list is missing some Pokemon, guys. We know, unfortunately. I think Omastar is B. Like, it can be very scary. It can get up the rain for itself. It's not always a Shell Smash variant, which is what makes it not A tier. Like, if it was always Shell Smash, right? If it was always Shell Smash, like Cloyster, in a sense. It could always have the +2 speed, has the bulk, has the White Herb, or even have a Life Orb with it, too. It's not guaranteed. I think it makes it B tier. Pretty high B, because it's a good Shell Smasher.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, Yeah, the main thing is that if you don't get Shell Smash, it's kind of not great. But if you get Shell Smash, it can win a match. Kabutops, kind of like Omastar. If you can get Swords Dance, then you can Dynamax Water for Swift Swim. But if you get like Assault Vest, it's still okay with knockoff and stuff. But I think I'd put it in B.
C. I think it's harder to get a Swords Dance plus Liquidation Rain Off for a Mon that's 4 times weak.
That's true.
To grass or like weak to ground, weak to electric type of thing. Personally, is decently bulky, but this is the thing that's also holding it back, in my opinion. Shell Smash Omastar always gets the +2 speed. Kabutops can get +2 speed and set up its thing, and then have to go for Max Rockfall to kill something, so then it no longer has the +2 speed. I think that Kabutops is high C, personally. Just because of the fact that it changes its own weather with its move, which means that it can't be... it's not straight up.
Yeah, you can't Dynamax Rock because you would literally... it wouldn't work, So I'll put Kabutops at C. Aerodactyl? I like
Aero.
I like it's fast, it can Hone Claws Dynamax to win. Choice Band is kind of meh, it's fine. I'll put Aero in like a B tier, probably.
A low B. Same thing as Jolteon. Like it can be strong potentially. I think that the Hone Claw set's pretty cool. The fact that you get up your Max Earthquake and your Max Rockfall, basically both boost your defense. As well. It's just, I think it's a decent rock type and it's fast. I like that a lot about it. This is actually where it gets better. Like it definitely gets better here than it is in like whatever. Yeah,
for sure.
Is Snorlax good? I cannot remember.
It's like if you can get a Choice Band is pretty like it's average. If you can Curse and Rest with Chesto, you could be scary because you can Body Slam physical attackers, paralyze them. Like Curse and Snorlax is decent. I'd put it in B for sure.
But then they'd be giving you the G-Max Snorlax set without the ability to heal yourself.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
G-Max without a berry.
Yeah.
Like I think it's B just because it can wall stuff
Yeah.
and it can set up. I just don't think it's like consistent enough to be A. I don't think it's consistent enough to be high B. No problem, sir.
Yeah.
This is where it gets interesting.
Articuno Galar, that Dynamax flying with Calm Mind is really good. Is it A?
Agree.
Is it
Yeah,
A?
I think it's A. I think it's A.
Is it better than Cloyster, you think? I mean, it's a tough comparison.
I think it's better than Cloyster. This is what makes Articuno good. It doesn't take advantage of its Psychic Terrain, right? But it is insane at Dynamaxing in front of other Dynamax users because Dark-type moves that are super effective boost its competitive.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Because you always have defense to boost it, right? I combined it up in front of a Mystical Fire, Sylveon, which just kept boosting my special attack.
Yeah.
I combined it up in front of Dragapult, which just boosted my special attack. I think it's high A.
Yeah. Better than Farfetch'd. I put it in mid to low A. Yeah, I think we both agree on what it does. It's definitely an A-ranked Pokemon.
Yeah, I think it's a friggin' A. Mon's so freaking good, dude. If it could hit Steel types, it'd be crazy.
Yeah, it would be. Too bad it's PU in like regular play, but really good in random battles, which is interesting.
Max Airstream, man. Broken. Yeah. What is this? Is this a C?
Yeah, for sure. It's
regular Articuno.
It doesn't have anything that can hit a Steel type ever, so.
Alright, let's try it. Let's go C. I think C is fine. Heal Bell Toxic can be cool.
Yeah.
It can definitely, if your team doesn't have a Steel type, if they have like Dragapult and like just special attackers, and even Specs Jolteon, this can eat a hit in a pinch.
Yeah.
I think it's I like that.
Yeah. Zapdos Galar. That it's at least A, right? Because of that double Dynamax?
I mean, yeah, it's for sure at least A.
Yeah.
It's literally at least A. Defiant is really good. I cannot put it S because I don't think it's better than Moltres, and honestly, I don't even think it's better than Articuno. I think Articuno is actually better personally. Yeah, I personally think it's better.
I think I agree. Yeah.
Like I think it's super good at Dynamaxing. Very similar to what I talked about. Anything that has to use fighting Dynamax.
Yeah.
Having a weaker Max Knuckle, like then your close combat, I think is pretty big. Defiant's really good though. Another one that can just take advantage of it.
Yeah, definitely.
I do think though that it's. I do think that's better than that. I don't know if Articuno is. My favorite mon on the A list, I'll be real, is Mime Galar. But yeah, I think Zapdos is amazing. I don't think it's S rank though.
Yeah, for sure. Regular Zapdos, it's really good. Like high B to me is where I would put regular Zapdos. It's not like a match winner like Articuno Galar or Cloyster or Mr. Mime Galar. It's just good.
Yeah, I think it also depends on the set you get. Sometimes you get like U-turn, Roost, Defog.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like if you get if you manage to get Hurricane, Thunderbolt, Roost +1, it's pretty cool. Yeah. But I think it really depends on the set, which is why I put it like high B as well.
Yeah. And now we have Moltres Galar, the number one, like definitely S-rank Pokemon. It is really good. Dynamax, Flying, Rest with Nasty Plot, Berserk. It is. If you see Moltres Galar on your team, you are really happy. So it's an S-rank Pokemon.
Yeah, Berserk is crazy. Resto Chesto as well, if you potentially get it too. So you can get like Nasty Plot, Rest, Air Scream, Fire Wrath type of thing. No, that's not this. I'm thinking about OU. That set also swapped in OU too when we were using a lot. But yeah, the freaking Nasty Plot, Hurricane, set's insane. It's just so good. And Berserk, like the fact that it has naturally good special defense and also pretty good defense, is that like you're always getting your Berserk. I think.
Yeah.
I just think it straight up wins games. It's crazy.
Yeah, one of the best Pokemon for sure.
That's our first guaranteed S rank here.
Yeah,
like for sure S rank.
Moltres is kind of. Whatever. B or C, it's kind of it's there. It doesn't do much. It can defog, roost. It's kind of fast. Fire Blast is strong. You can Dynamax Flying in a pinch, but it's never your go-to Dynamax Pokemon. It's not bad though.
The reason... Oh, sorry. Yeah, I agree. I like Air Slash, U-Turn, Roost, whatever. It's fine Dynamaxing. I think it's a C, personally. It could be a low tier B.
Yeah,
high C.
Yeah, you've persuaded me to put it in C rank. Yeah, I don't think it's great.
The reason I think that Moltres is different than Articuno is because Fiery Wrath can flinch while also being 100% accurate, and you're getting Berserk at the same time when you're attacking. Whereas Articuno can get completely shut down by, like, I guess Tyranitar can beat both of them, but it can get shut down by, like, Steals way easier.
Yeah.
Like, outside of Dynamax, it just gets shut down by Steals.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas, like, that one doesn't care. Okay. Dude, I don't think Dragonite's that great, personally. Like, I think it's a B. I think it's a B Dragonite. Sometimes you get Choice Band, right?
Yeah.
With Outrage, Extreme Speed, that's fine. You'll get the Dragon Dance with no Roost, which is my least favorite one when they don't give you Roost. So you get Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Dual Wing, Big Outrage.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's, like, I think it's B. I don't think it's consistently sweeping.
Yeah. Yeah, Dragon Dance is good, which keeps it in the B tier, but it's not like a match winner. Like, I mean, it's a match winner. It doesn't win as often though.
Exactly. That's what I feel like too. I feel like it's just B, mid B, solid. I like that there's no Mewtwo on this list. I think it's very funny.
Okay, so where would you put Mewtwo? I'm thinking, is it an S-rank Pokemon? Like, when I get a Mewtwo, I'm happy about Nasty Plot Recover. It's fast, you can Dynamax too. I think I might put Mewtwo in S-rank. It's definitely at least A to me.
I think Mewtwo would be A. I think it's low level.
Oh yeah, low level hurts it for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's S, because it'll basically, like, it's about outstalling the Dynamax, because even at +2, it won't kill you with a Dynamax, and then you kill it back with your own Dynamax Mon.
Yeah.
Like, that's just it. But I do think it's good. I put Mewtwo at A, high A.
Yeah, I'm putting it at the highest A. I don't think it's Magearna, Moltres, Galar tier, but I'm putting Mewtwo at the highest A if I could. I mean, like, with the,
You always being Dragon Dance. Sometimes you get Choice Scarf sets.
Yeah, I mean...
I haven't seen it. What is it, like, Dragon Dance, Flare Blitz,
Close Combat, Flare Blitz, Psychic Fang, sometimes Brave Bird.
Dude, I've had it with no Brave Bird before, and that was the worst thing in the existence. I couldn't boost my speed.
Yeah.
I don't think DD Mew is as amazing as like, I don't know.
I think
it has Lumberry.
It's annoying because it can Dynamax too. It'll never reach C. It'll always be B to me.
Yeah, I go high. I think high B is fine.
Yeah. I'm doing more
mid
high
B.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere there. I like it. I think it's pretty cool.
So we finished all the Generation 1 Pokemon, and it's only been 1.5 hours. That's crazy.
My God. Yeah, so I think it's definitely better that we just split it up into generations.
Split it into generations, yeah.
I just don't think Mew kills stuff. Spike.
Yeah, so I will probably just upload a Gen 1 only video, and then I can farm it 8 times for Gen 1 through 8. But yeah.